Today into one of the most ubiquitous yet sometimes underappreciated coins in the United States, the 1985 Lincoln cent, often called the 1985 Lincoln penny. We'll explore its history, its place in the world of U.S. coins, what makes it interesting, and very importantly, what it's really worth in today's market. If you thought any penny was just 1 cent, stay tuned, because you might be surprised. A brief journey through its history. The Lincoln cent series has a long pedigree, and the 1985 dates sit squarely in the modern era of these coins, but that doesn't mean it's without story. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909, featuring the bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor D. Brenner. Wikipedia. By 1985, the coin had been minted in massive quantities, and the composition had changed. Since 1982, the typical Lincoln cent has been copper-plated zinc, 97.5% Zn, 2.5% Cu, rather than the older solid copper. Wikipedia. The 1985 variant is part of the Lincoln Memorial reverse design era, 1959 to 2008, meaning on the back you'll see the memorial rather than the earlier wheat ears or the modern shield. The switch to zinc core reduced copper cost and changed physical properties slightly, but the design remains recognizable. So the 1985 Lincoln cent is a mainstream coin, common, widely circulated, familiar to millions of hands. That fact is important, because common coins tend to carry common values, unless there's something special about condition or variety, why collectors might pay attention, which is much rarer than the typical brown look coins acquire over time, varieties and errors which can increase value markedly. For instance, a 1985 D unplated planchet error listing reached several $100s or more. eBay. These error and variety coins, though, are exceptions. Most everyday 1985 cents won't have those features. So what we see. Let's be realistic and talk straight. If you have a standard 1985 Lincoln cent, its value is essentially its face value. 1 cent websites that track coin values agree. For 1985 Lincoln Memorial cents in circulated condition, expect around 1 cent. Sell rare coins +1. If we move up to uncirculated, even a little bit better, the value might go up to maybe $1, maybe a handful of dollars, but not much more for the typical run-of-the-mill coin. For example, one site states that in certified mint state, MS+, condition, a 1985 cent could bring as much as $1 at auction. Cointrackers.com. Now, if we talk premium condition coins, this is where we see bigger numbers. From the research article, coins graded MS68 RD used to command over $1,000. But recent auction trends show that even those are trading in the $200 to $300 range and less exceptional. One MS69 RD sold for $11,812.50, but that's an extreme outlier. Coinweek.com. So summarizing: circulated $0.01, $0.05. The RD coins are more desirable. Also check for scratches, wear, toning, or corrosion. Certification grading: if you believe your coin is very good, consider getting it graded by PCGS, NGC, or another trusted service. A machine-graded coin becomes far more market-trusted. Center, double die, planchet issues, etc. These make a big difference in value. For example, the unplated planchet error of a 1985 D cent was listed at several $100s in one case. eBay market trends: be aware that premium coin prices fluctuate. The article noted that coins that used to command over $1,000 are now often selling for $200 to $300 and less exceptional. Coinweek.com. Avoid cleaning or tampering. If your coin has been cleaned aggressively or altered, it may severely reduce its collector value. Many collectors prize untouched surfaces. General numismatic rule. Final thoughts: is it worth a lot? Let's ask it plainly. Is a regular 1985 Lincoln cent worth a lot of money? In most cases, no. It's a common coin, found widely, with a face value of 1 cent. The typical collector value remains modest unless the coin is in superb condition or features a significant error or rarity. That said, could yours be one of the special ones? Absolutely, and that's part of the fun in coin collecting. If you have a 1985 cent that looks amazing, with sharp detail, full red color, no wear, or a weird error, then yes, it might fetch significantly more. But you need certification, documentation, and the marketplace to agree. For my viewers at RF Coins, if you're holding a 1985 cent and you're wondering, could this be something? Examine it carefully, compare it with known examples, get it graded if you believe it's top tier, and then compare to auction records. Thank you so much for joining me today for this deep dive into the 1985 Lincoln penny. I hope you enjoyed the history, value breakdown, and collecting tips. If you like this video, please hit like, subscribe to RF Coins, and hit the bell so you don't miss future videos where we unpack other dates, key coins, and unexpected treasures in your change jar. Drop a comment below if you have a 1985 cent and want me to help you evaluate it. I'll try to answer what I can. Until next time, happy coin hunting and keep finding those gems. Today we're diving deep into a coin that many collectors zoom past, yet holds interesting stories, subtle variations, and a real chance at value when you know what you're looking at. That coin is the 2000 D Lincoln Memorial Cent introduction. We take the humble penny for granted in everyday life. It's small, it's common, it changes hands without notice. But for us in the coin world, even a seemingly ordinary penny can be a window into history, minting practices, and real value when condition, rarity and variation align. The 2000 D Lincoln Cent may not be the headline star of rare coins, but it has its place, and more importantly, by understanding it we sharpen our eyes for rarities and possibilities. Historical background. Let's go back for a moment. The penny we're talking about is the Lincoln Memorial Cent. The design introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. On the obverse front, you'll see Lincoln's profile, on the reverse the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. This design remained in circulation through 2008. In the year 2000, the U.S. Mint struck billions of these coins, including those bearing the D Mint mark for the United States Mint Denver facility. According to Nemista, the mintage for the 2000 D piece was 8,774,220,000 pieces. Nemista +2 sell rare coins +2 because of that sheer quantity. These coins are very common in typical circulated condition. What distinguishes the 2000 D piece now? With that background, here are some key points. Because of its large mintage and standard issue status, the regular 2000 D Lincoln Cent is not rare in typical grades. As one reference puts it, in circulated condition it is priced at essentially face value or very little above. Sell rare coins +2 USA Coin Book +2 on the USA Coin Book site. The estimated value in uncirculated condition is shown as around US 36 cents or more for the 2000 D coin. USA Coin Book. On Coin Value Checker, they list that this coin is affordable, but highlight that error coins or special varieties from the year 2000 can have added value, for example off-center strikes, BIE, die crack varieties, wide AM varieties, etc. Coin Value Checker +1. So what does that tell us? A normal 2000 D Lincoln Memorial Cent in average condition is very common, but if you find one in top condition, or one with a recognized error or variety, you could have something of extra interest. Myths and the big number alert. Now, you may have heard some buzz that a 2000 D Lincoln Cent is worth a lot of money. That claim needs to be approached with caution. Some listings or posts may quote large numbers, but in the numismatic community we always ask, what grade is the coin? What variety? Is it verified by a grading service? Is the listing credible? For example, one listing on a sales platform showed a 2000 D Lincoln penny with a closed AM variety being offered for hundreds of dollars. eBay +1. But just because a listing says worth a lot doesn't mean every coin is worth that. In fact, standard examples sell for very little above face value. Or maybe extraordinary. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that many people overlook. But you, my coin-loving friends, won't make that mistake. We're talking about the Liberty 2002 D Lincoln penny. A coin that might be sitting unnoticed in your pocket, but with the right knowledge, it could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. We'll explore the history, the design, the key errors, and most importantly, the current market value, including how some of these coins are fetching hundreds and even thousands of dollars depending on their condition and rarity. So sit back, relax, and let RF Coins take you on a journey into the world of the 2002 Lincoln penny. There's more to this coin than meets the eye. Let's begin. The Liberty 2002 penny, minted in Denver, carries the iconic design created by Victor David Brenner, which debuted all the way back in 1909. This classic design features the bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, and the original wheat reverse was replaced in 1959 with the Lincoln Memorial. That means your 2002 penny still features the Memorial reverse, an era that's now gone. That alone makes this coin a piece of American history. But that's just the start. Fast forward to today, coin collectors are going crazy over certain 2002 pennies because of the errors, die varieties, and high-grade conditions that exist. These small variations make all the difference. For example, a deep red near-perfect condition 2002 penny in grade MS68 or higher can sell for hundreds of dollars at auction. In fact, in rare cases where the coin is impeccably preserved, we're talking values reaching into the high hundreds or even low thousands. Yes, you heard that right. That humble copper-coated zinc penny could be worth more than you could ever imagine, if you know what to look for. Let's dig deeper into what makes the 2002 Lincoln penny truly special. First is its composition. By 2002, pennies were long minted in zinc with a thin copper plating. The copper percentage is only 2.5%. That means these coins are more susceptible to corrosion and wear. So finding a coin from 2002 that has survived in pristine condition is already a challenge. That makes high-grade pennies from this year incredibly valuable. And collectors are willing to pay big for them. Now what really makes the 2002 penny a goldmine are the errors and varieties. These coins are known to have die cracks, off-center strikes, double die obverse errors, and even broad strikes. Imagine finding a doubled Liberty or a distorted date. Those coins in mint state or higher grades could fetch between $50 and $100 easily. More dramatic errors like full off-centers or major die breaks might sell for $300 or more. Some spectacular errors have crossed the auction block for over $800. Yes, that's $800 for a penny that was minted in 2002. Errors are king in the coin collector market, and the 2002 is no exception. Now let's talk about the current market. Right now, the market is extremely active for high-grade modern coins and registry sets. Collectors are pushing values higher every year. For the 2002 penny, coins that once sold for a few dollars are now being resold in the range of $50 to $100 if they are graded MS67 or better. And according to recent trends, exceptional examples, especially those graded by PCGS or NGC, can command prices around $898, $955, and even beyond when they exhibit exceptional luster, strike quality, and mint clarity. This is the beauty of the modern coin market. What you might consider a small deal could turn into pure profit. So what should you look for in your own 2002 pennies? Start with the basics. Check the condition. Does it have deep red color, clean surfaces, and sharp details? If so, you might just be holding a high MS grade coin. Look for errors, doubling in the lettering or the date, weak strikes, cracks in the metal. Even weird plating blisters or unusual finishes can elevate the value. A penny that looks ordinary to the untrained eye could actually be a rare variety worth hundreds, and remember, grading matters. A coin in MS65 could sell for $10 to $20. A coin in MS67 could sell for $50 to $80. But once you reach MS68, the price can rocket into hundreds. There's a world of difference between a good coin and a great coin. So never underestimate the penny in your pocket. Especially if it's a 2002 Lincoln penny. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced collector, coins like these are proof that treasure still exists in everyday circulation. The best part is you don't need to dig through the ground. You just need to dig through your change. Before we go, let me remind you why we do this. Coins are more than metal. They are stories, artifacts, memories of America's history. Here at RF Coins, every coin has a voice, and every story is worth telling. We help you find that value, unlock that history, and maybe, just maybe, turn a penny into a fortune. So check those jars, open those albums, search those rolls, and don't forget to subscribe to RF Coins for more discoveries, deep dives, and coin mysteries revealed. Hit that like button and share this video with fellow collectors. Who knows? They might have a 2002 D penny worth $955 just sitting around waiting to be discovered. Today we're diving deep into one seemingly ordinary penny that hides more than meets the eye, the 2011 D Lincoln Shield cent. That's right, the 1-cent piece from the year 2011, minted at the Denver Mint, hence the D, featuring the Union Shield reverse. We're going to explore its history, why it was made, what the market currently says about it, what could make one valuable, and what you should watch for if you find one in your change or coin jar. Grab your magnifying glass, dust off that coin roll, and let's get started. The D, in 2011, D means this coin was produced at the Denver Mint. According to mintage records, the 2011 D, Lincoln Shield cent, had a mintage of approximately 2,536,140,000 pieces, that's over 2.5 billion coins. Wikipedia +2 USA Coin Book +2 Composition. Like other pennies from 2010 onward, the coin is zinc-based, copper-plated, lighter and cheaper to produce than the old solid copper pennies of earlier decades. Circulation versus collector. With such a massive mintage and wide circulation, most of these pennies simply served as everyday change. But that doesn't mean all 2011 D pennies are equal. So what does this mean? It means that while the 2011 D is in large supply, making it common, all is not lost for collectors, especially when condition, variety, or error comes into play. Point 2. What does the market say about the 2011 D Lincoln Shield cent? Now let's peel back what the numbers say: current market value, what graded coins go for, what error coins are doing, realistic expectations for you, the collector, typical value according to coinappraiser.com. The value of a standard 2011 D Lincoln Shield cent in regular circulated condition is essentially face value. 1 cent sell rare coins mint condition. For the 2011 D, USA Coin Book price charting has real sales, ungraded and low-grade specimens often sell for about $1.13 in recent listings rather than hundreds. For example, MS62 around $1.38, MS64 around $1.95. Price charting conclusion: for the typical 2011 D penny in average condition, don't expect thousands. It's very modest value. When value goes up, grading, uncirculated condition. The pricing table shows coins graded MS66 in red might fetch $20.69 according to one recent listing. MS67 around $25.44. MS68 around $221.08, though very few reach that grade. Price charting learn. AppMex shows for the 2011 D Shield RD, in MS65 and higher the values start increasing. APMEX. So while ordinary ones are cheap, if you find one in gem uncirculated red condition, the value jumps. Not into tens of thousands, but definitely above face. Today we are diving deep into one of the most intriguing and often overlooked modern treasures in the world of American coinage, the 2013 D Lincoln penny. This isn't just any ordinary coin you find in your pocket change. What if I told you that a tiny copper-coated zinc coin, barely worth a cent, could actually be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more under the right conditions? That's right, today's focus is on the Liberty 2013 D penny, its fascinating history, and how its current market value can turn an everyday coin into a collector's dream. Let's begin by stepping back to understand the significance of the Lincoln penny itself. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head penny and immediately made its place in history. Lincoln was the first real person, not a symbolic figure, to appear on U.S. circulating coinage. Over a century later, the Lincoln penny remains a staple in American pockets and in coin collections around the globe. Now, fast forward to 2013. This was not just another year for the Lincoln penny. The Denver Mint produced over 2.2 billion 2013 D pennies, continuing the tradition of minting coins that serve both as currency and collectible keepsakes. But what makes the 2013 D penny special enough to catch the eyes of collectors and investors in 2025 and beyond? It all comes down to condition, rarity within variety, and market demand, and we're going to break down all of it. Let's talk about the coin itself. The obverse, or front side, features the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor D. Brenner, the same portrait that has remained largely unchanged since its creation in 1909. Above his head is the word Liberty, a reminder of the values the nation was built upon. To the right is the date, 2013, and just below that, the D mint mark, indicating that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. The reverse shows the Union Shield, introduced in 2010 to replace the wheat and memorial designs, symbolizing Lincoln's preservation of a united nation. While billions were minted, not every 2013 D penny is created equal. In fact, some coins may only be worth face value, a single cent. But certain examples with rare mistakes or exceptionally pristine conditions command high premiums in today's market. We'll explore these valuable varieties in detail. So what exactly boosts the value of a 2013 D Lincoln penny? Let's start with mint state condition. Coins graded M67 or higher have the highest value. According to experienced collectors and market trends, a 2013 D penny in MS68 condition has sold for nearly $1,000 at auction. And believe it or not, one in pristine condition with the absolute sharpest details and flawless surfaces could go even higher in value. With grading agencies like PCGS and NGC verifying mint condition pennies, collectors today are willing to pay serious money for the best-looking examples. Then there are the error coins, and this is where things get exciting. Some 2013 D pennies were struck with notable errors such as center strikes, die cracks, double dies, and even coins struck on the wrong planchets completely. A 2013 D penny struck off center could bring anywhere from $50 to several $100 depending on the degree of the error. Double dies, where the lettering or Lincoln's face shows doubling, are highly sought after and can fetch impressive premiums. You might find one of these coins in your jar of pocket change, and it could be worth a small fortune. Now, let's talk about the current market. As of today, collectors across the United States and worldwide are putting their focus back on modern mint errors and high-grade coins. Modern Lincoln pennies like the 2013 D are gaining popularity for several reasons. 1. They're accessible, meaning most collectors already have access to them. 2. Their low minting cost makes it easy to build up a collection. And 3. As more collectors start hunting for these hidden gems, demand spikes and so do prices. The most special 2013 D pennies, especially those with errors or top-tier grades, are steadily climbing in collector value. It is not surprising now to see a 2013 D penny with highly attractive qualities being sold for $898.953. That's nearly $1,000 for a coin originally worth 1 cent. And here's the fascinating part, there's no cap on how high these coins can go. As more collectors see the potential and the rarity of premium-grade modern coins, the market continues to expand. Let's not forget history. The 2013 D Lincoln penny carries the torch of American tradition. It reflects the life of one of the greatest presidents in history, minted at a time where digital currency was rising, yet our trust in physical money remained. It's a symbol of unity, liberty, and history in the palm of your hand. So how do you find one of these valuable pennies? Start by going through your pocket change, coin jars, and bank rolls. Take a close look under a bright light or use a magnifying glass. Look for any flaws or irregularities. Check condition first. And if you believe you found something special, consider having it graded by a professional service. It could be worth far more than you think. For collectors who want to go even deeper, do not underestimate the value of even common-looking pennies. If they are struck perfectly, with bold details, no scratches, sharp edges, and glossy finish, they may be worth submitting for certification. A coin graded MS67 or MS68 out of billions is like finding a needle in a haystack, but it does happen. ATRF coins, we believe every coin tells a story. Every penny has a journey. And every collector has the chance to uncover treasure. The 2013 D. Lincoln penny is proof that modern coins still have incredible potential. You don't need a 200-year-old gold coin to own something valuable. Sometimes, the treasure is hiding in your change jar. Thank you for joining us on this exciting dive into the world of Lincoln pennies. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on coin values, rare finds, and everything numismatics, be sure to subscribe to RF Coins. Hit the like button if you learned something new, and comment below if you've ever come across a valuable modern penny. This is RF Coins, where every coin counts and every collector matters. Keep searching, keep learning, and who knows, maybe your next penny is worth $1,000. Stay tuned for more incredible discoveries right here on the channel.